Hey there, and hope you're having a beautiful day. My name is Courtney, and I have been a BCBA since 2020. In this video, I will talk about negative reinforcement. Let's begin by defining reinforcement and negative. Reinforcement is anything that increases the likelihood of a behavior occurring again in the future. This depends on both what the individual likes and what they are motivated for in the moment. For example, someone telling you that you did a super-duper awesome job at something, you might be more likely to do whatever you did again. We can use this to encourage clients to repeat behaviors and skills that we want to see. Now we can split reinforcement into two categories, positive and negative. Again, this is where people tend to get confused, so pay close attention. Negative in this context means to take something away or remove something from the environment, rather than bad. Think of it in a mathematical sense. Negative means to remove something rather than something bad. Therefore, negative reinforcement means to remove something from the environment, to increase the likelihood of that behavior occurring again in the future. One of my favorite companies, Study Notes ABA, said it best. You can think of negative reinforcement as something that provides you with relief. Here, let me show you some examples. These friends are having a lovely evening partying out by the fire while they are on a camping trip, and it's all fun and games until a hangover shows its ugly face the next morning, which means they're probably going to have at least a little bit of a headache. So naturally, they take pain relief medications such as ibuprofen, and shortly after, they're ready to take on the day headache-free. Nice, huh? Well, this is a classic example of negative reinforcement. The behavior of consuming pain relief medication resulted in the removal, or relief from, the headache. Because the removal of the headache was reinforcing, and the headache was removed from your environment, taking pain relief medication was negatively reinforcing. Let me give you another example. Imagine you're outside in the winter, wind blowing and snow on the ground. I'd bet that you would happily put on a jacket if you were standing outside in a t-shirt. Why wouldn't you? You're shivering, my love. And a jacket is the perfect negative reinforcement for the situation. Literally anything that would provide you relief from the cold, like a jacket, gloves, hat, scarf. All of those would be negatively reinforcing to someone in your situation because it is removing cold from their environment. Anyone would be likely to put on those items of clothing again in the future because it successfully gave them relief from the cold, making it reinforcing. Hence, the behavior of putting on warm clothing was negatively reinforcing because it gave you relief from the cold, and you are likely to put on a jacket the next time you go. While it is a little more obvious how we can use positive reinforcement with our clients, you might be wondering how we can use negative reinforcement. One example is a client who has a list of chores that they have to complete between Saturday and Sunday every week. However, to increase the likelihood of the client doing his homework independently, parents agreed to take away the entire chore list if the client turns in their homework every single school day. This is negative because the task of doing chores is removed and the client is more likely to do his homework, making it reinforcing. In conclusion, if it gives you relief, it's probably negative reinforcement. Remember, positive means to add something, and negative means to take something away. Reinforcement increases the likelihood that the behavior will occur in the future. And while negative reinforcement is still reinforcement, remember that positive reinforcement should be the majority of the reinforcement provided to clients while working in the field. Please tune in to my other videos on operant conditioning, including positive reinforcement, negative punishment, positive punishment, operant conditioning overview, and a quiz video so that you can evaluate your understanding of all the information. Thanks, and keep making a difference out there.